Feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing here today. Let 'em talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch 'em talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business, just look at the ticket. A traveling man, I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it, I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You talk about this Giant defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Zay Flowers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the business, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the business, I'm a diamond and to run. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. And birthday, got another hit, no mention. And tell them send a watch that I can fit, both prints. She on the class trying to get a nigga. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her. And I ain't trying to let her down, but I'm not. If you was trying to settle down, get a fact. Song pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights off, lights on. Chinese throw the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick 'em like, she running up, she one of them. She pay her bills, she it up. 52nd Street, I double down, then I doubled up. 2023, and I'm the only coming up, yeah.
Can't stop till we all up in. I drop with the whole world spin. Rock when I do like this, it's the big black dog.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond in the rough.
24 karat VVs in the stars. Rings going off like Michael with the gloves. Only one mobbing with designers in the thugs. When we shop at Rincon, bring a bottle full of couple platinum records later, still I got the game locked. Cause my lines fresher than Tory Lane's pop. Who got his swerve and is missing every raindrop. Hit him with the then they get their brain swap. Walk around like I'm nigga with the diamonds in the clock. You ain't walking on these I got diamonds in my sock. Might be funny like I'm Biggie, but I'm riding like I'm Pop. I'm the king of your city, give a about your block. Lights on, lights off. Go on, drink it if you know that song. Deep dive and get lost. Go on, turn up if you know that you the boss.
Used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth, but I was just...
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 15-yard line.
Jackson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
That is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Ravens at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club is more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2nd and 10. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he will have the Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Well, the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the right side here. Barkley to the 43, 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we're going to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. There he goes left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, If it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Here to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
7-7, our score after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Jackson on 2nd down.
Looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson now.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held him, they might go for it again.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And take it right on the 30. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Ravens will take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Gano's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now Lamar changing the play.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
No, we changed it.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Oh, that really would have been something to see, but he's denied by the framework.
Do you remember seeing David Akers in Green Bay a few years ago on opening day? He had a 63-yarder to end the half, hit the crossbar, and go over. So sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it works against you.
And this time, it's against. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. On the return, Williams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion right, that's Hyatt.
They'll go to Barkley again. And Barkley did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so suddenly during this series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And the Giants' 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 48 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
Giants 17, Ravens 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On second down, they'll run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeaux. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Jackson from the shotgun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take him all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there.
That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He's got room at the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw.
That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Jackson to throw. That is caught. Bateman into space at the 45. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Throwing, Jackson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Tucker's kick is good.
I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably...
touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen? That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. A short throw caught by Andrews. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now it's Jackson. Keeps himself up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Ravens send their punt around now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He's going to field this at the 4. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sideline?
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
And not only do they get the interception, now they've got it first and goal and already in chip shot range here for a field goal to write it into this script.
Brandon, they have to be thinking to themselves, do we just run the field goal kicker out there right now? Most teams, though, tend to run a play or two, take care of the football, and then kick it on third down.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for Baltimore,
They moved to 9-7 on the year with one game remaining.
so that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.